Hey guys, it's Emmy from the Cookie Nook. Thanks for joining this week. We're gonna do some summer kind of beach themed cookies. All right, so just like every week, you're gonna start off with your icing bags. You're gonna have your toothpick, paper towel to help you kind of try to stay clean, and some scissors to cut tips in your bags. And we will just be massaging, my tips are already cut. We'll be massaging your bags together before you cut them to make sure your color isn't separated and you don't want the icing, like the sugar, to separate from the water. So you kind of just rub those bags back together to make sure your color all looks even. And then you can test it out by just squirting a little on your paper towel and make sure it's not watery. Okay, so do that for all your bags. And then you're gonna cut tiny tips in your bag. So I'm gonna hold mine up. They're already cut this week so that you can kind of try, let's see if it'll focus in there, to see how big the tip is. Okay, pretty tiny, really tiny for black. Go small for the black because you're just doing the inside of the eyeglasses and little face details on the pineapple. Okay, so once you're all mixed together, you've checked that they're not runny, and you've cut tiny tips, we are gonna get started. So we're gonna start with our pineapple shape. See, the top of my pineapple broke off. It was stuck onto another cookie. So someone out there has the top of my pineapple. That's all right. Okay, so we're gonna start, we're not gonna do the top, we're just gonna do the bottom for now. So you're gonna hold your bag like this, okay? I like to knot the top so I get a good amount of pressure. I put my elbow down on the table and I start with an outline. So you just hold it above your cookie. You don't wanna drag your tip through your cookie. So we have our outline, and then you're gonna go back, and this is called flooding your cookie. So you just fill it in. It's okay if some icing runs over the edge, because we can clean that up after. So just anywhere that's got big holes, go back and add a little bit. And then my toothpick. You're gonna take your toothpick and kind of circle it around, and then shake your cookie to get it to smooth out. You just do it by sticking the, see, I stuck the toothpick in, okay? We want this to smooth out, give it a little tap, and then you can use your toothpick if you want. If you have some run over, you just kind of go along the edge there, and clean up the edge. Okay, that's all we're gonna do for the pineapple right now. We're then gonna move that out of the way. What do I wanna start with? Then we're gonna go to the sunglasses. Okay, so pineapples, move to the side carefully. You don't wanna bump it. We will be doing the inside of our sunglasses. So we're gonna make the lens. Okay, we're gonna try our best to make both sides the same. Kind of just outline where your lens will be. You want to leave enough space around the edge to be able to get your enough icing color around it. So now that we have that, we're going to go in and flood. Shake it out, and now you might say, they don't look totally even. Or maybe I didn't mix my color well enough. I'm gonna go back with my toothpick and kind of circle it around. I'm gonna bring this one down just a smidge, this side looked longer than that side. So you can use your toothpick to kind of guide your icing where you want it to go. Okay? And that's all we're gonna do right now for the eyeglasses. We wanna let that sit. And we're gonna go to our flip-flop. So for our flip-flop, we have a couple steps here. So we are going to flood it with our blue. So first you outline, and then we flood. Okay, so we have filled it in with our blue. I'm gonna clean up my edges here. And then, while this blue is still wet, we do not wanna let this crust over. We wanna go right away with our yellow. And we're gonna add some straight lines going across. One more in there. And now you're gonna take your toothpick and we're gonna drag it through our icing going up, and then we're gonna pull it down. I'm gonna drag it up, and then just this one on the corners here, we're gonna pull it down. And now we're gonna do the same. We went up in the middle, so now next to it we're going down, up, and then squeeze one last down. And now, if you have some going over the edge again, just clean it up. You can carefully shake your cookie to try and get it to smooth out good. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna push our flip-flop to the side, and we're gonna come back with our pineapple. You see that pineapple? And we're gonna add the top to our pineapple. You would have another one and go up, and then figured I'd take the broken one, right? Don't need to give you guys a broken cookie. So then you just flood in your blue here. And you can use your toothpick again. Go there. Okay. Pushing that to the side. And then we've got our sunglasses. So we're gonna take our yellow and we're gonna go around the black. Now, if you wanted to take some breaks in between, you could certainly let this black crust over for a while if you wanted to make sure not to get any color bleed and any running in between the colors. Black is a color that, unless your colors are totally dry in between, it's gonna end up usually running. But if you're not giving these cookies away to anyone and you're just eating it after, you're not even gonna have time to see it run. just getting all of our yellow out here. A little bit more right there. Okay, now you're gonna try to smooth this out. Tap, tap, tap. Smooth your edges, clean them up. Want this to get in closer to the black there. There was a little spot. So if you just circle your toothpick, it'll help guide your icing. Okay, now with the blue, I'm gonna add some polka dots. Okay, and then if you want, you can take, what did we take? The bow, and put the bow right in the corner there. So there's your super cool shades for the summer. And then we're gonna move our sunglasses off to the side, carefully. Had some runny colors today, I think because I took them straight from the fridge and didn't give them time to come to room temp. All right, let's see, what do we want to do now? I would pause right here and let these sit for at least another 10 minutes, okay, to get a good crust before you add your face and your little strap to your flip-flop. But I'm gonna show you what those are gonna look like now so that you can move on when you're ready. So I'm gonna bring this guy back in. So here's the face I'm gonna do. It's just gonna be 2 upside down U's, and upside down U. Then I'm gonna add a couple eyelashes to them. Okay. Smile. And I'm gonna give it just little blue dots for cheeks. And I'm gonna put a flower in the corner here. Okay? If your yellow has really crusted, you can add a dab of icing to the back of your flower so that it can stick, and you just want to press it gently on so that you don't crack your icing that's crusted. But see how it kind of is starting, it's not totally sitting on top of the icing, it's kind of melting. That's because my yellow is not dried. Okay? If you let it dry for about 10 more minutes, it would sit on top more. So your call, whatever you'd like to do. All right, and then I'm gonna show you the strap for your flip-flop. So you're gonna start up here. Just go, it's kind of gonna be like a wishbone. You're gonna go down to the side, down to the side. And then you can add a flower in the center, and there's your flip-flop. Okay, obviously all the little bows and flowers are optional. You don't have to add them. If you want a little more detail here, you can just add some lines to the pineapple. All right, and there's your little beach set, summertime beach set. All right, guys, thanks so much. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye.